This is a Skeptic Frog production. Stay tuned to the very end for a special bonus scene. On with the episode. Air, water, earth, fire.
With the cards dealt, the pieces set, and the wheels beginning to turn, the White Lotus now more than ever has to face their own reflection, as both worlds watch in anticipation for what will come of the Avatar's return.
Previously on Dice Benders.
Jaeger, you're in the water. You notice it looks like some kind of body. You find a piece of parchment, but you also find a little token or something, and it looks to be the symbol of an elephant beetle.
I tuck it away.
Should we get out of here before that thing goes super crazy on us?
Well, no, hold on, we have precautions for this. Jaeger, Asmund, I challenge you to an Agni Kai. What on earth is going on here? You're supposed to be in charge of the side of the Serpent's Pass! Now, Dad, don't sit there and be mean to them. They helped save little Morrow Jr.
Did you say Morrow Jr.?
How about, as a token of our gratitude, if you guys stay at my place for the night?
Where would your place be? The top of the mountain?
Yeah. How did you know?
Lucky guess.
You guys had the bell ringing to let you know that you were reaching the shores of Shao Kai. And Taro,
Yeah.
this is your home. You describe how this city looks.
Oh, man. Alright.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, the underparts on the lower side of the mountain don't really look that great. They're really shady, I guess. Like little hovels.
Yeah,
Gross
a lot of
grime.
the alley, like, it is pretty, it's unspoken knowledge that, like, the alleyways are places you just don't look down unless you're looking for trouble. But, the surface level looks nice. It's like, it looks, everything feels fake here, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I did step in there.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, let's
as
build it
you-
together.
Okay. Yeah, and the like, there's, I guess, only one road that winds up and down the mountain as you travel up, and as you go up it, the homes get shinier and shinier from the ridiculous facades that they put on their houses.
Mm-hmm. And this begins to reach an area where, like, regular citizens don't really go, and tourists may only travel via, like, carriage or something. Because they still try to keep an old-fashioned feel. Obviously, there are cars here. It would only make sense because of the wealth. But for the commoners, they tend to just, like, stick with carriage to give this facade that it's still, like, a blast from the past.
Yeah.
So where you guys are is going to look very... the best way to describe it is like Disneyland. You know the castle's fake. And, like, coming up to it, you can tell it's just plastic. That's kind of the vibe you get here. So it feels very, like, tourism-y. And it feels like, at a surface level, you're gonna, like, it's a nice place. But
to visit, but
to
don't
visit.
live here.
Right,
if you push up
exactly.
against it, the like cardboard
It
box
falls down.
falls over.
The
Yeah.
cardboard cutout.
So
Yeah.
I can't set the plastic on fire.
No.
Okay.
I'm just thinking in my head, like, yeah, I think Taro is right. We'll say we'll do the little niceness and get the heck out of here. Because I'm already getting a bad vibe.
And Taro, please describe the peak of the mountain that's over here.
Oh my god, I
like-
don't remember this.
Try to paint this picture for us. You guys are at the shores, so you are at the bottom of this mountain. To the west of you is the passway from the Serpent's Pass, where people have to, like, insert their passports, let them know that they're supposed to be there just as a check-in, kind of like an airport. You've made your check, and now you're moving into the actual city. That's to your west, up the mountainside a little ways. But at the peak of the mountain that you can pretty much see from any point in the city is like the richest part of town, like what Taro's saying. Literally as though the rich are overlooking the poor. But at the very top, you said you can't remember?
Very faintly. I don't remember
Okay.
like what we said the house was.
The biggest house, like the rest of them have the same type of model. You know how the Earth Kingdom's like aesthetic was very Chinese in origin for Korra and Aang, Aang's time. This still follows that, but under a reverse Earth Nation or Earth Kingdom palette. No, it would be the same. United Provinces is reverse, so it still has the green and the gold and all of this stuff in the same
Old
rooftops
Chinese
and
palette.
linings. Yeah, exactly. But reaching up to the higher part of town, the houses are a lot more extravagant, a lot more modern looking as well. You still do get the pillars. A great way to describe it is, remember how Kevin's house was like the McMansion of the White House? Like, Kevin, even your house would be a little small for the richest in town here.
And I thought I'd come from money. Damn, girl.
Yeah.
And overlooking the entire city at the very peak of the highest mountain here at Shaokai is one very massive building here. It looks like it easily towers 3 stories. Enormous pillars stretch from the very surface floor all the way up to the rooftop. From here you can't make out a whole lot, but you can see clear signs of the same emblem that Taro was mentioning on the commander. You see that emblem kind of on the building, even from this distance, just because of how massive the building is. And looking here from, looking up from where you guys are, you see that trailing, zigzagging roadway that Taro was mentioning earlier that leads through the richest part of town straight to the Shaokai biggest building. Something else that you guys notice that's really unique here is, you know how most like cities are built kind of like a spider web of streetways? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This place is very like straightforward with its streets. It seems like there are literally just 2 main streets, one going from the Serpent's Pass out of town, and then another from like the southern tip where you guys are up to the north face of the city. And then there are like little pieces that break off here and there, but if you're given a sky view of the city, it's very clear that it's either people are coming in or people are going up to the rich sector. Like it's very clear markings that this place is very much like right down the middle, split in half or in quarters.
Right.
Here we go.
You guys are getting off of the boat. Commander Feng Lo is still speaking with a few of his people. You can tell now, Taro, it didn't hit you until just now, but you see like all the other people that have ships here that are military vessels are coming to him. He seems to be the head of the naval fleet for your family because of just the commands that he's giving to literally everybody. So he's so busy he can't even speak to you guys. He tried to come over to you, and then there are just too many people coming up with like issues or missions that they need to go on and stuff like that. But Hasha, your sister-in-law, makes her way to you. Sweetest smile on her face, long brown hair. You can tell she's very clear Earth Nation descent, like pure Earth Nation descent. As she comes up, she's got the little baby in her hands and in her arms. A carriage is already pulling up that is in like gold trimmings and lace. Taro, you know that all too well, what that means. As she comes over, smiling and says, I see you guys got here safe. That's awesome. That's really awesome. She's just giving a smile, looking at you. You 4. Mao is in the back, just kind of like not really saying anything right now.
I'm glad you 2 made it back here safe as well.
Yeah, it wouldn't be without you guys.
I just look at the baby just smiling. Because the baby looks so cute.
Yeah, Morrow Jr. looks at you and goes, "Gah," and just like gives a big old smile, still doesn't have any teeth.
Oh.
And looks at you, Taro, for like a beat, and then just like smiles and laughs in a big baby laugh.
Aww. I'm gonna pinch into his cheeks.
You see, like, he does the baby, tries to, like, bat it without really having any effort towards it.
Beauty.
And Hasha just goes, oh, he likes you.
I'm sure he does.
Well,
I'm just a bit surprised you haven't put 2 to 2 together yet.
huh?
Huh?
Complete blank expression in her
I
face.
thought this is player talking.
Oh.
This is player talking. I'm like, I'm surprised you haven't put 2 to 2 together.
Now, I wouldn't be a nice host if I didn't invite you over for at least dinner. Please stop, like, come with me. Let me get some dinner made for you guys. It's the very least you could do. You saved my little Maro.
We really are on a tight schedule. I don't think we should stop for dinner.
At the just dinner, or at the very least a way, like, come with me so I can find some way to thank you.
I'm kind
The
of.
baby coos at you, Taro.
Little cute little chubby cheese. Is it with the whole family?
I don't know. My husband's busy. I know his dad has been out for a while doing some stuff. And it's kind of just them there.
No one else?
At least not part of the immediate family.
I look at everyone else and be like, y'all want to try to get out of this? Or...
Oh, my stomach. Oh.
At least let's have dinner. We don't want to be rude.
I don't know, Jaeger's stomach is really making some weird noises.
I like collapse.
We have the greatest healers in town.
Oh, I need a bathroom.
We
Oh
have
my
plenty of
God.
those. At least 4 on every floor.
4 on every floor. Kevin just thinking that need to say it.
We even have one in the carriage if you need it.
Oh, God.
Wait, what?
You see the door opens and it's like magnificent in the carriage. Gold leather somehow. There's like a door in the back that leads to like a mini kitchen, and then there's like a door even further back that leads to a bathroom. It sounds like I'm talking about like a mini RV, but think like the most fashionable RV in existence.
I grab Taro's arm and I pull her in that direction.
Jaeger! No!
God, come on. Oh, my stomach. Oh.
Yeah, let's go, everybody. Let's go.
Okay. I'm kind of thinking. I'm getting close to now. Like, there is we could stay in a hotel here, here in Shanghai, right?
Oh, no need for that. If you're only staying for dinner, right?
That's right.
Right.
So what would you need a hotel for? And she just gives a friendly smile.
I'm just looking at the sky and seeing how far is from Shanghai to our destination.
Far.
There's no way to see your destination from where you are. That'll take weeks.
No, I talk about not sea. I talk about from here to our destination.
Like the headquarters?
Yeah.
Like, at minimum 2 weeks.
Gotcha.
It's a long walk.
And there's no train system or anything from here to the base, to headquarters.
You want to ask Taro that?
Yeah. There is a train station from here to headquarters. Is there?
Yeah.
You
Right.
know, there is no solid form of government in this country. It was Ba Sing Se, and Ba Sing Se has been in lockdown for 8 years. Whatever train stations existed don't have any funding anymore. And none of the clans are going to build a train station that will lead from their clan borders to another. You know what I mean? So even if there were a train station, it won't take you all the way there. It may not even take you that far. It depends on how far north this family's borders reach. The best way to think of the world outside of Shao Kai, and I think this is the first time I told you guys this, is the Wild West.
Oh, lovely.
Wow.
We're in the
Only
West
it's-
and Taro's the only one with a gun.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody get a cowboy hat.
I think while we're here, we could do at least a little shopping.
What?
Kevin,
What the fuck?
did you forget the conversation we just had like 5 minutes ago?
That's true.
This face is looking at you, Taro.
Oh, you cute little baby. Yeah, we can go for dinner.
And she goes, do you want to hold it?
Oh, yeah, sure, I'll hold Morrow Jr.
You are holding your nephew.
Oh my god.
And as such, the carriage moves forward. Going through town, like I said, it's a pretty straight shot up until the mountains, and then it starts to zigzag. There are no like twists and turns that you guys need to make to get to where you're heading, like there was in Republic City. This city feels like it's built very much more uniform. Just all throughout, it feels very uniform.
How new is the city? I'm asking her.
Yeah, Hasha just smiles and goes, well, it's been around for a pretty long time, long before United Provinces. Even, I think it came around after Republic City, so probably about 60, 70 years.
Shit, the streets are a lot easier to navigate than Republic City.
Yeah, well, a lot of people here are earthbenders, so whenever we're building a new part of town, we kind of just literally move sections to make it easier. The family likes organization, is very into gridline parts of town.
Are you an earthbender?
Oh, me? No, but my family is. My father was one of my father-in-law's closest friends, who was a very strong lava bender. So, it was just the hope that our families would kind of, would click, and maybe little Morrow is going to be a very strong metal bender or lava bender. We'll see.
Time will tell.
You guys make your way up the mountain, start doing the zigzagging up to the mountain top, and just as I said before, Kevin, even your house is at least a size smaller than the smallest house up here in the mountains. Until finally you reach the front entrance of the main house, which has this, because I love them, so this is personally my thing, an arcing driveway. This big circle of a driveway that in the dead center is a big fountain.
Oh, there it is. The fountain.
Yeah, I love fountains and arcing driveways. What can I say? I'm a sucker for it. The pillars stand 3 stories tall, covering the entire front. There's like 8 pillars to the entire front of this building without any break. These are very tall pillars. And now you see just how enormous the family crest was on the front of this building here. You see the few like servants or something come up, open the door, have their hands out to Hasha, and the rest of you guys as you're making your way out. Taro, are you still holding Morrow?
Oh yeah. Well, unless Hasha wants him back. But if not...
you can. I hold him all the time. Don't worry, my arms need a rest.
Okay. I am a very strong girl. I can take.
Speaking of rest, we even took a short rest.
I could say this. Yeah, there was plenty of time for you guys to take a short rest between the combat and now.
Got my spells back.
Yeah, you guys do have your stamina back. And Hasha is speaking to a few of the servants and says, these are our guests. They are only here for dinner. No need to make any rooms, right, guys?
Yep.
Okay. So, just for dinner, make sure you bring out 4 extra plates. They give a nod and head inside. Someone comes up to them and says, Hasha, your husband is still here, in case you wanted to see him. And she just gives this very gleeful smile and claps her hands a little bit, very excited. And she turns to you guys and says, well, I would have loved to have shown you around. Maybe one of them can do that for you, but it's not every day I get to see my husband, so...
Go!
You want your baby back?
Yes. I'm sure he would love to see Morrow. And she takes the baby and heads inside. And one of the servants says, well, I guess it's time I show you around, huh? And you see, like, his clothes has the same color palette as the rest of what you have been seeing in here. But, like, dead center in the chest is, like, a patch of the emblem, the family crest, on his clothes, on the robes that he wears. And says, would you like a short tour while we're getting dinner made for you?
Oh, can we just wander?
Yeah, that's no problem at all. There's just... I want to warn you, I don't want you to think that we're watching you, but there's plenty of servants here that, there won't be many moments when you don't see at least one of us. So don't think that we're watching you. Don't think we're, keeping an eye on you. It's just, there's a lot of us in there.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course. And then he heads inside.
Well, anyways, let me give you the real tour.
So you might want to... If that's your brother is here? Is that who I'm understanding?
Yes, it would appear. God, sorry. Yeah, that sure would be him.
Miss Mendoza, what was that?
You might want to tell us everything about him.
Okay, Morrow. What a guy. Let's see. I kind of hated him growing up. He was kind of mean to me. And my sister. But he did help me get out of this whole place. So there's that going for him. That's probably the only time he's ever been nice to me, so... he did tell me, when I was leaving, to never again show my face here, so...
Oh.
Yeah. So, you guys want to see, the place?
Jaeger gets an idea.
Yes.
I take my White Lotus sash, and I start wrapping it around Taro's face.
Jaeger, no.
There's a virus, There's a virus.
Jaeger, I don't know if that's going to do.
There's a virus, listen.
But then where would your mask be?
She clearly caught a cough, and I, elbow her. There you go. Throw hers too much, you
Who is that? I can't see you.
Oh, she's blind now. Oh, jeez.
Oh, lordy. Just give us the tour, Miss Mendoza, if you mind.
Okay.
Just show us spots that we most likely won't run into that individual.
Alright, so we're not going to the library.
And Mao does, stop you guys before even moving, and he goes, but I do want you to just keep this in mind. The White Lotus holds no power in the New Earth Kingdom. You can't use these sashes that we have, expecting to have the same results as we did in Republic City or in the United Provinces. We are but humble guests here in this entire country.
Don't worry, it's just to cover up a cough that she clearly has and therefore cannot communicate to her brother in any way.
No.
Surely.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
Well, if you have a disguise, Miss Mendoza, that may help.
Oh, hold on. Let me get my glasses. I put my glasses back on.
Perfect.
Clark Kent.
She looks like the Invisible Man.
Well, maybe put your hair up or put it to a different style.
Yeah, that's really gonna work. Make my brother who grew up with me for 20 or 18 years. You're like, who is this girl?
Yeah.
We're trying, girl. We're trying.
Yeah, you guys do take the time, get Taro at least disguised. Give me is there a disguise? Deception. Give me a deception check to see how good of a disguise you've got.
I will roll the deception check.
Okay,
you can give her the help action, but she's got to roll first. She's the one in disguise.
Beans.
You can give her a help, though. So you can roll it with advantage.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
No, Taro can roll with advantage.
I have a +6 for deception.
I know, but you're not the one in disguise.
Okay, my second one was a nat 20, so 20 plus 22.
Hell yeah. She doesn't even look like the same person. Not even from book 1.
But now Hasha's gonna be confused because she already saw me.
She looks like this.
Basically, but looks very good.
We'll
Yeah,
just
but
tell her.
sexier.
Yeah.
Put some lipstick on. Alright. I'm gonna take you to the rooftop bar.
We can't. Well, the thing is, we can't say you had a cold because you've been playing with the freaking baby.
Okay, I'm taking.
No, if
I'm
anything,
taking
that'll
the
get us
the
kicked out
mask thing off.
Just
faster.
put the mask on your hair, on your head, and just put your hair up.
Alright, I
hair
don't want to
like-
bog it down with how exactly she's going to
my
be
God.
disguised. She got a nat 20,
Yeah.
so she is well disguised.
Rooftop bar. Let's go.
Alright.
Do it.
And as you guys are heading through the big ass
The
The-
mansion.
Yeah, you guys are walking through this mansion, and you see like huge portraits of different members of the family, different leaders of the clan. Nothing has ever like explicitly said the clan name, so unless Taro has given that to you before, you guys still don't really know the clan's name or anything. But there's very clear evidence that a lot of the wealth from this family comes from the work that they do behind the scenes here. You're getting a very strong impression, putting two and two together.
It's
on
the
that
mafia
front.
family.
That's the best way to put it.
Where's the godfather?
I hope he's not here.
Where's the godfather?
You don't want to talk to the godfather.
Yeah, I like my legs not broken.
I've got to ask him a favor.
This is my old bedroom. It's really dusty. I'm just like pointing out random rooms as we head up to the roof.
Are you like opening the doors to them, or just like gesturing at the doors?
I'll open the doors to like some of them that I know probably
Alright.
don't have people
This
in
was
them.
my second bedroom.
Do you want to describe what your old dusty bedroom looks like?
It looks like Elsa's room in Frozen,
But dusty.
but dusty instead of cold. So like the 4-post bed that reaches like the very, very tall ceilings, the 20-foot tall ceilings. There's like those curtains that you can draw around them. It's very fancy. There's a vanity that is also way too tall for no reason.
So pretty much this is a state bed.
I don't know what that means, but sure. There's my own little private bathroom with those clawfoot tubs.
I'm sorry, I'm a person who likes to watch like documentaries on royalty, and state beds are pretty much these show beds that are super fancy, multiple comforters, vanities, loads of pillows. Royalty used to sleep in them. Like when I say royalty, I talk about the kings and queens.
I mean, in this city, the family basically is royalty, so yeah. I guess you could say that.
Yep.
And there's like a little bay window balcony thing.
Looks cozy.
Thank you.
I can say this. Whatever that dinner is, we'll probably work up an appetite.
Yeah. Jaeger.
Mm-hmm.
As you're going through, I'm sure she showed you more than just that room, but that gives you a good idea of like how this mansion would kind of be laid. But I want you to give me a perception check, as she's just kind of like showing you guys around, leading you to the bar balcony. Is that what you said it was?
The rooftop bar.
The rooftop bar.
16.
You see that there seem to be a few servants kind of like whispering amongst themselves, and one seems to have eyed you guys as you were exiting Taro's room as she is showing you guys around.
Oh.
Alright, this was a fantastic tour, but this rooftop bar...
I bet it has a great view of the city.
Oh, yes, I don't
sure
doubt it,
does.
as well as
Definitely
the drinks.
looking for some really good escape points, I think, is pretty important as well.
Escape
Yes.
points?
Yeah. Just in case, for whatever reason, we gotta make, like, titties and bounce.
Jump off 3 flights of building. 3 floor. Jeez, I can't talk right now. 3-story tall. There we go.
I see.
3 times the single-story madness as a regular
Correct.
single-story building.
But
Yeah.
yes, let's lead on then and keep a watchful eye.
Yeah, we should definitely be keeping a watchful eye. All of
I
us.
can make y'all
keeping a
guys
watchful
some
eye.
Bossing Say, was it? Bossing Say Blast or whatever?
Yeah.
That one cocktail from forever ago?
Yeah.
I'll make one of those. I'll make everyone one of those.
Yeah. We're not going to get into too much detail. I can input in my brain a very nice looking rooftop bar. That does sound very nice, actually.
Gosh darn events.
People.
And Mal goes, I will not lie. And this is the first time he's like cracked a smile to show like the bad boy side. If you even want to call it that. I won't lie. In my time in the New Earth Kingdom, or at the time it was just the regular Earth Kingdom, the drinks in this country, exquisite.
Glad we got this one out of Bossing Say before it closed.
I raise my glass to cheer with Mao.
He looks visibly touched.
I raise my glass too.
To the White Lotus.
to Cajun fry. Plus
What?
now.
I wasn't. What does that mean? I wasn't. Oh, you're drinking. Okay, well.
He's a great friend.
He downs it.
So hopefully
Oh my
not
goodness! I
dying
should have
tonight.
taken more time. I apologize. That was my fault. This drink always gets a hold of
You
me.
want another one?
Oh, no.
Let me roll a Constitution to see if he has the willpower to say no. Okay, he got a 13. He looks at you, and you see there's an air of desire, but he goes, No, we are on mission. I cannot have a full one.
I can make it half strength.
You can make him a virgin blast.
I can make him a virgin
That's-
blast.
That is insulting. How you can never get a virgin blast of boss.
Yeah.
You say blast.
They're not that good.
Not at all. Were you doing the accent again?
So I apologize. It's just so catchy.
I might need another. Yes, give me one.
Okay.
And as it's going on, what are those servants doing?
Ooh, roll me a perception check.
All right. That's going to be in 19.
You see that for the most part, you guys have been kind of like left alone. The word gets around very fast here, from what you can tell. They know who you guys are. They know that you guys are honored guests of Hasha's, so they're not going to give you much trouble. But there have definitely been eyes on you from the jump. And even still, like, you see, they seem to be a lot calmer now that you guys are in, like, a controlled space here in the rooftop bar. But there are at least, like, 2 or 3 still here right now, and there's always at least one that, like, peeks a look at you guys. Like, one could be wiping off a table or something. One is manning the bar. Various tasks that are being done, but it's very clear that they are still monitoring where you guys are in this building.
Do any of them look like they recognize Taro?
Let me roll for that. Because you are in... I will have it rolled with disadvantage because you are in a super disguise. Okay. That's a 5. No, none of them recognize you.
That was my main fear. Like, these people grew up, pretty much, Taro grew up here, so many of those servants could recognize her from the get-go.
Yeah. You guys spend some time up here. Do you guys have anything that you want to talk about or anything?
Yes.
All right.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, Jaeger. I
Would
see
you
your
like to
hand
talk
is
about
raised.
Yes, I do.
I hand you the stick of talking.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
You
you.
have the conch.
Taro, do you remember Republic City?
Yes, sorry.
You remember how you found a relative and you broke off from the group for a while?
Uh-huh.
You're not gonna do that again, are you?
Are you kidding me? These guys suck. And I whisper that as I'm looking at the 2 servants that are still here. I'm like, these guys suck. I left these guys for a very specific reason. I thought for sure when I was leaving that I was going to die. It's a miracle that I didn't. So, there's no way I'm going back to them.
Well,
As much as I miss living this luxury.
Yeah, you guys feel like you don't even have to lift a finger. Even just being guests, if you asked the servants to do something, you just get the feeling like they would do it without question. Which only brings memories back for you, Taro.
Yeah, I feel like Taro's kind of living in bliss right now because she feels kind of at home here.
Mm-hmm.
But, she is, I guess.
I'm going to look at, pretty much, look at Mao and like, what is the fastest route getting from here to headquarters?
Well, the fastest route would be just straight up heading north. Heading north into the mountain passes, and then from there it's a long trek to the headquarters. The headquarters of the White Lotus are where the old Northern Air Temple used to reside. It was reconstructed, rebuilt for purposes of the White Lotus, was intended to be a school, but was never formally declared as such, and thus was just transitioned into the headquarters. At least still providing a form of presence here in the New Earth Kingdom, though that went by the wayside the second Ba Sing Se shut down.
Gotcha. Now, what's the safest route there?
Truth be told, it's been many a year since I've been at the New Earth Kingdom. I don't know where the clan borders reside now. It entirely depends on how far this clan stretches to any ones between where we are and where the headquarters is.
Gotcha.
We sure did pick the strangest way to get to the headquarters.
Truth be told, this would have been the safest way. We would have had to deal with the serpent head-on, just as you did, sure, but that was under strange circumstances. The serpent is always positioned north of the river ever since these new cities have been constructed and have formed this alliance with each other. On top of that, there was, of course, Republic City that is in some sort of turmoil, given how they are under pressure of war from the Fire Nation. This, all in all, would have been the safest and also quietest option.
Man, if only we had a sky bison. You guys remember Iroh? That was cool.
Poor buddy.
Ah, yes, I read in the reports that there was, in fact, a sky bison with you before. That would have been nice, yes.
Yeah, he made Kevin puke.
No.
It was, yeah. In fact, that was the first time we actually met Iroh, that he made me puke.
You looked at the bison and puked?
No.
Might as well have.
He looks confused, like he doesn't know why that was funny.
Okay.
What's so funny about that? What?
Yang, okay, we all got on the Sky Bison for the first time. While flying on it, Yang decided to look like a airbender trick and jump off.
Jumped off the bison, yes. I've heard this a number of times, yes.
Yeah.
My first airbender friend did the same to me.
Yeah, we did not know about this. We kind of freaked out a bit. And also, it's my first time on a Sky Bison. My stomach did not like me at all.
Yes, I won't lie. My first time on a bison, it was with a number of these drinks and an old airbender friend. I was in the same position you were in, Kevin. And I want to ask, I know you are all kind of like sitting grouped together, but are you sitting at like the bar or at a table here kind of overlooking the city or what?
I would imagine a discussion like this is definitely around a round table.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we would be screaming about vomit at a bar. Well, Jaeger would, but I don't know if anybody else would go into deep detail about it.
You guys hear the phone start to ring from behind the bar. One of the servants goes over, picks it up, and they start chatting briefly before they put the phone to their chest and say, it sounds like dinner is about to be ready. Do you need a guide to show you where the dining room is?
Yes, because none of us have any idea where we're going.
No, that's okay.
Taro. I kind of tapped Taro.
Wait, no, yes, show us.
Sure thing. And then he talks a little bit more, just mentioning that that you guys will be down shortly. After hanging up, they say, anyone wants another drink on the way out?
I'm good, because I just had one, and I just want to keep my head in the game just in case things pop off.
You see Mal raise a finger and say, well, I may take a half to go.
I'll take his other half.
He just gives you a knowing nod, like a respecting nod. So he pours 3 cups. 2 of them are half, and then he gives a full one to you, Jaeger. Mal just pours it down his throat. Back in his college days, that was the only way he drank, and it seems like it's coming back to him.
Pace yourself, buddy. We're on a mission.
Yes, I know the mission.
Drink some water after this.
Not my but not my bending water.
Do you need some?
You see, he was literally just about to ask that.
I give Mal my other half, and I say, challenge yourself. Make that last till the end of dinner.
All right. And he grabs it and says, all right, shall we be off?
Yes, we shall.
What?
Onwards, young lad.
One of the servants comes over and leads you guys out. Jaeger, you see the drink that you handed Mel's already empty and on the bar stool as he's walking away with you guys.
You will have to be disciplined.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. It's so delicious.
He is 3 drinks in. This will be
Three
fun.
and a
I
half.
haven't had 3.5 drinks. It was only 3 and at least a third.
You can't fool me. That was number 4.
That was absolutely not number... You can tell it's like hitting him. That was not number 4. I know how to count.
Are you sure? I'm gonna put my drink in his hand and be like, "Where'd you get that one?"
Oh.
You're on number 5 right now. Are you
Oh
okay?
dear.
Oh my goodness. I guess my old days are catching up with me. Yeah, he hands it to the person that is leading you guys. I can't have that. Thank you, but no. And he looks at him like, you didn't ask for this.
I'll
But
take it
continues
back.
on. There we go. Perfect. You can't let a drink like that go to waste. They lead you guys over to the dining room. It's an enormous dining room, super, super long. I'm sure you guys can input like super long dining table, various number of chairs. Taro, you know this is kind of where they go whenever the clan is having like a family meeting or at least a business meeting over dinner. There's so many chairs there that they could fit that, or if there's like a contract that's being signed or something, this is sometimes where they go if it's around dinner time. Otherwise, it's usually in the library. But it's a massive place, and one side of this entire room is like open windows, peering out over the entire city.
My passive perception is 16, so I'm just looking like, where are the closest exits?
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 doors. Keeping an eye on the servants coming in, you can tell at least 2 of them on like the northern face is the kitchen. Another one is where you guys came from, very large. Is the French doors are the ones that are 2 doors, right?
Yes,
but
so.
it's large 2 doors that you guys just walked in from. And on the opposite end of the room, the door finally opens and you see Hasha come in. She doesn't have the baby. Just behind her is a servant that has the baby in a high chair. And she just gives like a friendly wave to you guys, like an excited but friendly wave, and goes to sit down. And she says, I hope you don't mind, but my husband wanted to thank you guys. He's going to be arriving shortly. And she sits down and just like looks at all of you, just kind of like taking in the moment of having you guys here. And she just goes, so what is the White Lotus doing here in the New Earth Kingdom by chance?
We're heading to a meeting at headquarters.
Oh, headquarters? And Mal goes, yes, we are on a delectable mission to the Head Lotus Man. The Head Lotus Man. Oh, okay.
The old Northern Air Temple.
Oh, that's where it is. See, I've spent most of my life here in Shaokai. I don't really know much beyond the borders. So, interesting. Yes, the headquarters is beautiful. One day you may pass its prestigious mountain pass into the headquarters.
I'm kind of worried about him.
He's had 5 drinks. Pay him no mind, Hasha.
I have
And I won't
had
get her.
6 drinks. mind you.
Oh, my apologies. And
Oh, wait,
won't
no, I
get her.
did put the other one back at the servant. He took his. Never mind, it has been 5, no more than 5.5.
Kevin just looking at him like, how drunk is he?
You see his cheeks are rosy.
Oh dear.
And as you guys are making laughs and chuckles, the doors that Hasha came from open,
Oh,
and steps
shit.
inside a man, think as muscular and tall as Jaeger, but like with
Oh,
the impression of like a Marine.
Ah,
I'm
my
sorry.
Christian brother.
Yeah, he
What?
very much has this like look on his face that says, "Don't mess with me," and looks like he wouldn't bat an eye to like putting someone in their place if they speak out or anything. He's wearing fashionable clothes that are just decorated almost from head to toe with the emblem of the family. As he sits on the opposite end, I think for fun flavor, Taro, you are on the opposite side of the table as him, on the long sides.
Oh, good.
So you guys are a distance away, but you guys are facing each other on at the table. As he sits down and looks at all of you, I take it you guys are the White Lotus.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for saving my family. I am Taro. I am head of the Yamamoto family. Well, when my father is away, at least. Normally it's custom to introduce yourselves as well.
Mm-hmm. My name is Kevin Zaspera of the White Lotus.
Zaspera family.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, your family comes from the South Pole, if I know correctly.
We do. And also Republic City.
Yes, yes. He leans in and says, if only this were more business, I would love to talk about finding a way to get you here in the New Earth Kingdom. I have a few business propositions, but now's clearly not the time. And then he looks over to Jaeger.
I'm Jaeger Asmund of the White Lotus.
A pleasure.
Pleasure.
You look like you've seen combat.
Yeah, a few.
It would be fun to test your might sometime if you happen to stay here a little longer.
I think I'd enjoy that a lot. The honor would be mine.
He gives a smile to that. He's like, I think I'm going to like you. And then Mao, as he looks to Taro, Mao interrupts and goes, and I am Mao.
I'm looking like, oh dear Lord, we're going to die.
Allow me to introduce and he stands up and gives a bow. I am Master Mao of the White Lotus from the Fire Nation.
If there's water in front of me.
I don't need water. I'm fine. I'm not thirsty yet.
I am hiding my eyes away from him.
No,
you see this.
I'm pretty much trying to get him to sit his happy tail down.
I am digging this.
This entire time, you see Maro has not even broken a smile to Mao, and he's just sitting there. His hands are crossed over his mouth until he finally goes, "Fire Nation. I've been hearing there's a lot going on over there. Tell me, were you there when the Fire Lord was assassinated?" I was, yes.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
Did he tell us this?
Whoa.
He never said anything about that. Hold on.
What, that I'm from the Fire Nation? Of course I'm from the... Look at my robes.
Yeah, we know
Not
that part.
that. We're talking about you were there doing the whole assassination thing.
Well, I mean, I was at the school there, yes. I actually sent those that were on that mission to the capital to try to stop it in the first place. I'm a very important character, I'll have you know.
Yes, we know you're important now. Sit down.
Kevin just begin to think we need to start interrogating this dude, especially under his heavy influence right now.
Also,
Yeah. There's some interrogation.
In front
If you
of a
don't
future
mind,
godfather.
excuse me, I am trying to speak. Sit down, Master Mao.
Hi, come on.
And then he looks over at you, Taro, waiting for you to introduce yourself.
And I am Taro Mendoza of the White Lotus.
Mendoza. Where are you from?
Oh, just around these parts.
I can't seem to get any read on you.
No, that must be quite a shame.
It is. I like knowing what company I have around me.
Well, I am no threat to you, Mr. Yamamoto.
He nods. And during this time, food has been set out, and he goes, I hope you guys don't mind. I tend to prefer copious amounts of meat in my diet. There's like a head of cabbage, and everything else is like is various meats.
At least he makes sure he has a vegetable.
Yeah, just a singular cabbage.
How big is the cabbage? It's like a Brussels sprout?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that
I
was
don't
just
like
a
a lot of
floral
vegetables.
decoration.
Usually I leave it as that, yes.
What's his wife thinking? Like, honey, eat your goddamn vegetables.
Hasha's just smiling. She's just happy to be around her husband.
So how did you two meet?
It was an organized marriage.
Ah.
She's from a member of the family here in town that carries a degree of wealth and power. We decided to fuse the families together.
Oh.
Nice. And what a beautiful baby boy you have. Boy? Is it a boy? Yeah, it's a boy. Boy you have.
And he just looks at you cold face and says, I was told that you were already holding my baby. I'm sure you would have already known it was a boy.
Listen, I forgot his name was Maro Jr. Might be.
Just no expression on his face.
Okay.
He seems to be the kind of person that would ruin a mood. Like, nonstop. And from that point on, he just kind of, like, eats. And Hasha's the only one trying to engage conversation, just, like, the friendly thing. And he's just eating and watching you guys. And so she'd be asking questions like, so Jaeger, how did you get your scar? And
Which way?
Yes. She'd be asking Taro, hey, where do you go to get your hair done? Because, I would love to get a new hairstylist.
Oh, just whoever's in town. I don't go to anyone in particular.
Yeah, we don't really, just the servants are here. I haven't really gone, below the eastern street,
I wouldn't either if I were you.
She gives an unknowing laugh to that, like, why is that funny to her? And then, for Kevin, she'd ask something like, so, are you supposed to take up the business with the Zaspera family?
That's still under discussion with me and my dad. I want to be a doctor. He wants me to take over the family.
Oh, that's super sweet. We've got a lot of good doctors in here, right, Mara? Yeah, so maybe they can show you a thing or two if you guys have time, I know our policies are a little different here. We kind of do allow the necrotic style. They're generally a really good healer in very special cases.
I might want to take that up. In my mind, I'm thinking I might want to take that up. But I also know we're on the schedule.
Yeah, every time every time you guys lean towards, I could do something. Mao goes like, but we have the headquarters, the mission for the White Lotus mission, the task at hand for the mission in the White Lotus.
Yes.
I'm just glancing at Mao and I'm thinking, after dinner, is he in shape for us going up north?
Oh, I'm totally fine. I'm not even mostly drunk.
Oh, I know that the boat can fly. I don't need a rope for that one. I can see he's a boat. He is drunk. He is 3 sheets to
Mr.
the wind.
Zaspera, please. There is a difference between being drunk and being mostly drunk. I'm just
also,
drunk.
You're a functioning drunk.
I am a full-fledged functioning alcoholic, yes.
Okay.
There it is. You got him to
That's why I don't like to drink.
That's what's going on. Is he cracking? Did he just crack one smile when he just gave that?
Who, Mao?
No.
Mara don't smile for anything, dude.
Yeah, Mara's not smiling at all. In fact, roll me perception checks, everybody, as this conversation is going.
That's a 20.
12.
So Kevin's the only one that spots this. As you're laughing, you take a look over at Maro. It's perfect, I guess. You take a look over at Maro to see if he's laughing. Instead, he's actually speaking with a servant. And with a natural 20, you can catch the summary of what's being said. There's 2 things. Number 1, the servant is telling him the investigation is still underway as to what exactly happened at the Serpent's Pass. They still don't have a whole lot of information, but there was a body that was uncovered, but no markings or tells of who they were. And second, you see he mouths the name Mordon as a message.
Oh. What? What?
And Maro just kind of nods and says, you see the mouths, the mouth movements. You don't hear any of this. You just you can gather this through reading lips with the nat 20. And he just says, "Well, after dinner, I will see to it in the library." And the servant just bows and heads off.
I continue the funness with the conversation. in the back of my head thinking, we need to get the F out of here as soon as possible, because we already got one person lose their bending. We don't need any more people losing their bending.
Oh, yeah, Aiden's missing out on dinner, yo.
When you saw... Oh, Aiden's there. He's just super quiet. I don't want to play his character.
Well, he probably isn't eating anything except that tiny little Brussels sprout.
Yeah.
He's probably looking
He's making it last.
Nah, Aiden isn't a vegetarian.
Oh,
yeah,
is he
Aiden's not. Yang. Kevin, you did see when the name Mordon was mentioned, you saw this look of irritation, like, oh, geez. So you don't get the impression that, like, they are working in line with each other, just that there's some sort of, like, connection between the two.
Yeah.
But he continues with his meal. Go ahead and say what you were going to say.
I was like, okay. And I'm thinking, Mordon escaped, like, last time we saw him, he escaped. Looked like to a spirit world. Smoke bombs to the spirit world.
Yeah, he had... Like, the best way to describe it is like a fairy spirit that was able to teleport him away.
Pretty much like Dimension Doors, Spirit World, and gone.
Mm-hmm, pretty much.
Take you to the Shadow Realm.
And Kevin kind of thinks as he pretty much kind of like taking another piece, like eating dinner, like, wait a minute. That, what we pick up from that guy, Mordon, I bet Mordon got his fingerprints all over this.
And that's when you, like, kick yourself back into the conversation, and Hasha is again like, so what about this burn, Jaeger? The one on your hand, what does that mean? And you hear Maro.
Been from a cougar lizard?
A cougar lizard? What? Oh my goodness, is that a U-Pen animal? Like, I've never heard of that. And Maro from the other end of the table, you just hear him say, it's rude to ask people where they get their scars. Hasha. You're right. I'm sorry. And she, like, gives a head bow to you, Jaeger, as an apology.
Oh, I have a question. Is Maro wearing his glasses?
I'll say he doesn't have them on.
Okay.
Like, he needs them for, say, reading or something.
Gotcha.
But he finishes up his meal. He only got one plate. Stands up, servants are already at his side of the table grabbing them, and says, it was a pleasure to meet all of you, but duty calls. I have a business to manage while my father is out.
Some business.
You said, I'm thinking, maybe we should write him a little note of what we found? That's what I'm thinking. No. Well,
are you whispering of the body?
No, you're not in this conversation.
I mean,
we're not. This is player talking.
Has Maro left?
He's walking out.
He's walking out. Okay. Well, once he's out of the room, can you let me, the player, know? So that Jaeger knows. Okay.
I would say he would, like, if there's nothing else that you guys are doing. Yeah, he does exit.
I want to talk to the wife about her family.
Okay.
So, what family were you a part of?
Oh, I was part of the Lowe family. You met my father, Commander Feng Lo.
Did you guys have a symbol?
Oh, you're talking about the family, the crests.
Yeah, sure. I've never seen them before.
Yeah, it's quite fascinating. Yeah, I've only really seen this one and maybe a couple others when people come in to visit and speak with my husband or his dad, but no, my family didn't have a crest.
Oh.
Are you familiar with the other clans' crests?
Some of them, yeah.
Is there one with like a elephant beetle? No reason in particular. I'm just thinking
Elephant beetle. Let me see. Doesn't seem to ring a bell, no. And she just shakes her head, but she smiles and says, "Do you want me to ask Maro?"
Oh no, that's okay.
Just a curiosity.
No,
It's
just
not really pertinent.
having a discussion.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, the crest stuff is really more his thing. If you do want to get some information on that, he is the one to talk to. And you guys are my guests, so he is obligated to be nice to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just this player thinking for Kevin is thinking, yeah, I got a feeling that those elephant beetles probably put a hit out or try to kill this lady to get to him.
Or to lose the air.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And probably it could be in our best interest we tell this information.
Oh, yeah. Hey, if we tell them the information, maybe we could have a little special status.
Exactly.
Well, I'm not telling him.
Mal leans in and goes, "What are you whispering about?"
Oh, drunken man. This water... Is there...
I have had at least 2 glasses of water, thank you. And you see just 1 glass.
We were talking about how blue the Bossing Say glass is.
Ah.
It's a very pretty blue.
It is almost as blue as the Northern Waters Oasis.
Yes.
I'm going to flag one of the servants and say, like, what is your best morning hangover remedy?
Oh, that's the classic Yamamoto special.
Yeah,
which is just more alcohol. Taro, you know that.
You might want to give that
alcohol.
It's just straight whiskey.
Yeah, you might want to give him that.
Definitely give it to him.
Kevin does not know. I'm like, whatever your hangover remedy is, give that to him. He's gonna need it for the morning.
Frog, during this commotion, quickly, while they're talking with like the servant and whatnot and making silly demands, Jaeger's gonna enact his plan.
Oh shit!
What are you doing?
What plan?
Oh god!
It's okay. First, I'm gonna do a perception check around the room. It's not really satisfying just clicking on a dice and having it roll. 16.
16. What are you trying to gather in this room?
How many other servants are there? What the wife is currently focused on right now while they're all talking to the servant?
Hasha is focused on the baby because the baby started to coo and she needed to, he's eaten. You see there's 2 other servants. One of them is being distracted with a community gathering over by Drunken Mal. And then the other one is just kind of like standing by the door that you guys came from.
Is that the only way in?
That's the way that you guys came in. There's still the door on the opposite end, which is where Hasha and Maro came from. And then there are some doors that are on the long-ended part of the room. That a few of them you can tell lead to the kitchen.
Okay. I'm just gonna go up and use the bathroom.
Okay. Yeah, you head over to the one that's like at the door, and he goes, "Oh yes. Do you need help finding it?"
No, it's been in the same place my whole life.
Wow.
It just gives like 2 blinks and like the 1,000.
God.
He gives a 1,000-yard stare as he like moves to the side and gestures for the door.
Oh my god.
Sure. Then
All right.
yeah, he opens the door for you.
Operation Shadow Walker is a go.
Did we discuss this?
Nope.
Oh. It's Jaeger's own personal little side quest.
I think this is our first side mission since book 2. Look at that.
Wow.
First time we split the party. Again.
Oh lord.
Split the party with
First
one
time
person,
again.
I think.
Alright. So, Jaeger, walk me through what you plan on doing here.
Okay, so I'm gonna be a sneaky boy and try to use like the environment to discover where Mal went.
Mal? Or Maro?
Maro, yeah. My bad.
Okay. Give me a survival check.
Ooh, survival.
Yeah, I would do like investigation and stuff like that, but I feel like your particular like skill set would lead you more towards doing survival for tracking rather than investigating for tracking.
That's a dirty 20.
Then I was right. You are able to, just like in the forests of where you came from, you can make a mental map of this floor of this building. So like you can deduce, okay, well this door obviously leads to the dining room, then there's a kitchen that's right here, so this door must lead to that. There's a hallway here. He did exit out the room furthest from this door that I came from, so he's on the other end of the building. You just kind of like use these mental maps that you're building as you're traveling through. to understand at least the direction that he would be. And go ahead and give me a stealth check as you begin to make your way in that direction.
9 plus 8
Okay.
is a number.
Yeah, that's 17.
Yes.
You do a pretty good job. I will give... Ooh, let's make it like this. If you pass 3 stealth checks, you can make it to your destination.
Okay.
Alright?
You want that all done in a row?
No, we'll do it one at a time so we can describe and build that tension.
Okay.
You said a 17. I only got a 15, so you pass your first one. You start heading through this hallway. Go ahead and describe how you duck a few servants that are coming down this hall that you're going through.
My situational awareness is just exploding. Like, new synapses are being created in my brain. And, like, I'll see, I can hear one coming around, and I'll use the decor to my advantage. Like, there's a cabinet, bam, can't see me no more. I'm part of the shadows.
Awesome. Yeah, and they walk right past you without even so much as a second glance.
Yes.
Alright, give me another one.
Dirty 20, 12 plus 8.
Alright.
My stealth is bananas.
Oh my god, I just got a nat 20.
What?
Alright, so this is how we'll do it. As you start making your way further down into this hall, you pass through like some doors that swing open. You have to pass through the kitchen to get to where you're heading towards. And as you are doing so, someone is walking up, and this is going to be a dexterity check to see how quick you can hide, because their perception matches your stealth. So now we're doing a test of speed.
Okay.
So roll your dexterity and see how quick you can hide, or stealth. We're already doing stealth, so yeah, just do raw dexterity.
Raw dexterity.
Yeah, so just add your dex modifier.
That is 16 plus 2, 18.
They got an 8. So just as they turn and face the direction, you can't tell if they saw you or not, but you are quick enough to at least not have the exclamation point pop over your head as you duck under like some of the countertops in the kitchen. The metal frame countertops. They've got that bottom layer that you like duck under, and they just don't see you. Just as they were about to really take a glance, someone calls their name to like grab the steak that's being cooked or something, and they have to move back to that.
Yeah. It's like that scene in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, almost exactly. Only replace the raptor with a chef, which may be equally as scary. All right, give me one more stealth check.
14 plus 8.
There's absolutely no way they can pass that. So you're able to slither your way, maybe even doing like a little produce flame to trigger some more fire than what should be on the kitchen stuff, and they have to go and quickly take care of that as you are able to duck out. You head out the door. Now you're on the other side of the house, the same direction that Morrow left from. So this is going to be a second survival, but you haven't been to this side of the house before. So go ahead and give me a survival check to see if you... This is basically the equivalent of a luck check, but with like the common sense deductions that you can make.
Okay. 14 plus 3.
Okay. With a 17, you start kind of sneaking through this hallway. You see regular door, until the end of the hallway are these large square double doors, or rectangular double doors. The rest of them are like kind of curved, but the architecture on this door is very square and straightforward, except for the emblem of the family crest on both doors. And you just kind of get in your gut that that's most likely, at the very least, an important place to be.
So I'm gonna put my ear up to the door.
Okay.
You know, like checking the sides and stuff.
You're trying to listen in without opening it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You hear just like... You hear two voices, but this is a thick door. You're having a hard time hearing, like, making out anything. But you can tell it's two different voices. One you can tell just by how Morrow talked is him, and then there's someone else, probably a servant or something. You know for sure it's not Mordon, because you recognized his voice too, and even muffled you would have known. And they're just kind of chatting. There's a brief pause, and then you hear Morrow's voice again coming through the door. The other person seems a little shaky in his voice as he responds. Morrow then affirmatively gives an order. You just hear a brief response, and you're starting to hear footsteps heading towards the door.
Bail.
Where to?
Away from the door.
Paint this hallway for me, and you go with what's in your mind, and we can work with that.
Okay, so are there any four-way intersections?
Not this far down in the hallway.
Okay, are there any windows?
On the other, like, if you do a straight run to the other end, yes. Like, where you are inside this building is, like, you're kind of at the heart of the building.
The heart of the building?
Yeah, okay. So it would take you heading back towards where the dining room was.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see a window at the end of this long hallway that you're in. But you do like various doors and stuff, obviously. The only other intersection would be that intersection that you came from to get out from the kitchen to here.
How wide is this hallway?
Like, it's
like in width, is it longer than 6 feet 4 inches? Do you see where I'm going with this?
No, but yes. Like, tell me what you're trying to do.
I want to jump, and I want to like put my hand on one wall and my feet on the other.
Oh my god, no. That's pretty sick. Give me either athletics or acrobatics.
I will give you acrobatics. That is 9 plus 7.
Okay.
I never get to use these things, so I'm just kind of trying to put Jaeger in a position to use them. I'm sorry, guys.
You are able to get up just in the nick of time. The flag drapes over the door frame over the door as it opens, because you are wearing a flag.
Oh yeah.
Wait, we never got him some regular clothes.
Oh
yet.
no!
Clothes to dinner.
Okay.
So that's what he meant when he said he liked me.
You're not afraid to show your metal, I guess.
Yes.
But the guy, luckily, is like 5 foot and doesn't see it. That doesn't mean Morrow didn't see it, maybe, if he was looking at the doorway as the guy was exiting. But this guy coming out didn't see you.
Okay.
And he's just making a steady stride out to another one of the doors, like on the other end of this hallway.
Okay.
And the door is shut.
I needed an intermission to fix my sphincter if there's some shenanigans going on in the dining room.
Yeah, let's cut over to you guys again.
Hello.
Hi. So
Hi.
Taro, Kevin, Mal, you see Hasha, like the baby is falling asleep, even though they want to be awake for these new faces. They can't keep their eyes open too much longer, as Hasha's just kind of like bouncing it to sleep at the table with you guys. Yeah, she's humming
a lullaby.
Yeah, the family lullaby. Which I would sing it, but I can't remember how it goes now. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, I can't remember the pattern that it's sung. And she looks at you as you start humming with her, and she smiles very joyfully, and the two of you hum the tune together, and the baby just right to sleep. And she goes, "Wow, I didn't know that you would know that tune. My husband says that that's only in the family."
Yeah. I mean, I knew someone that knew it, so.
Oh, okay. Okay. You must have known one of the sisters.
He has sisters?
Yeah, 2 of them.
Where are they?
Well, roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. Wow, that was bad. No, it's the 5.
She just looks at you and goes, I would love to tell you, but that's kind of a family thing. I don't know if you'd be okay with. Sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, from what he told me, they were pretty. From what the servants told me, they were nice. Well, I gotta put this little man to sleep.
I know Jaeger's measurements since I was the one who gave him a suit. I would ask for her. I was just gonna ask her, like, can we just get like some extra clothing thing? They don't have to be nice. It's just dudes. I was thinking one of us is wearing a flag, and yeah, that's not gonna get too far.
Sure. And she kind of like gestures for one of the servants. You give them the measurements, and then they rush out. They'll be back soon. Speaking of that, where is he? He's been in the bathroom for a while.
Well, he was having some issues earlier.
That is true. You're right. Oh, if only I knew which one he would go to. I'm sure that's gonna need some special attention. Maybe some caution tape. Maybe some caution tape over the door or something. I don't know.
I'm just laughing when she just said that.
Mao dies laughing.
And I'm just
I'm so glad Taro brought that up. That was all build up, baby.
It was building up that whole time.
That's storytelling. What?
I'm just looking at Mao like this. I think this is the first time I actually see him laughing.
Oh, I love to laugh.
I like Mao out, loosen up. Whatever stick he had in it,
Pickle.
just come out.
Yeah, he's too drunk. He's not puckered anymore, holding it in. That's what it is.
We
But
need to get him drunk more often.
Hasha leaves and just says, if you guys are planning on staying, I know you said that you've got places to go, but, don't hesitate to ask one of the servants to get some rooms ready for you in case you do stick around.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And she leaves.
It's so late, but we can't stay here.
Right.
But also, no one has noticed me, so can it be okay?
Be thankful for that net, or was it a dirty 20 that you got?
I
You
think
got
it was a nat.
It was a
yeah,
natural
it was a nat
20.
Yeah, be very thankful.
Yeah. Once we get the clothes, we're dragging him. I'm looking at Mao like, we're getting him out of here.
I am fine. I have had plenty of water to drink. There's one cup in front of him. Plenty of water to drink. I am fine.
Mm-hmm. I'm seeing that. I'm like,
What is that Yamamoto special?
Yes. He
Hangover cure.
shouts. He shouts to the kitchen. Where is my drink?
oh, jeez. I'm kind of regretting it now. Like, this dude is 3 Shisu the win.
It's all part of the plan, baby.
They rush
part of
out
the
and they
plan.
have
Part of
like
the plan.
they have like a pitcher as the morning. That's the morning drink. That's usually what it's in. And they place it down. And Kevin, as he's taking a drink of it, it reeks of just straight whiskey.
How's that supposed to cure?
The servant just says, "If you're always drunk, you won't have a hangover," and winks and walks away.
All part of the plan, baby.
Kevin just put up his hands like, I'm done. I'm just done. I'm done.
So what's
I
the
am
plan? Are we
done.
staying here or not?
Yeah, no. We're getting the clothes. We're gonna huff it.
Yes, huff it and puff it.
Well, maybe we should go find Jaeger. And, good part.
Yes, do you have caution tape? There was a joke about that earlier.
a joke? Alright.
Oh, there was a joke about that earlier.
Yeah,
I'm looking at Taro. I'm like, should we let him know about what we know before we
About
go?
what? About what?
You know. And I
What?
kind of look.
Where is Jaeger?
The infamous,
Let's go try to find him, Kevin. Let's go.
Oh no, don't try to find me, guys. Oh, jeez.
But Taro, don't you have that thing with your feet?
I have lots of things on my feet. What do you mean?
The little, your
have
teacher, Torque used to do it
shoelaces?
all the time on me. The seismic sense.
Yes, I do have that.
Wait. Wait.
So does.
Oh, wait, I can't give you any of my input. I'm not even there.
Mm-hmm.
Disregard what I've said. Do as you will.
Has the servant came back with the clothes yet?
They're still getting it. It's going to take a while.
I'll go look for
Alright.
Jaeger.
Yeah,
I'll
they have to
size it.
spin it from the finest yarn in the valley.
Yeah,
Yes.
I said plain. I didn't say fancy. We tried.
They're not going to give you plain clothes. What kind of a family do you think this
What are we,
is?
commoners?
Plain clothes? What is that, like I Heart New York shirt or something? What is this madness?
I heart Shao Kai.
Regular
heart
clothes
XK.
so we blend in where we're heading, not try to get jump.
So, Taro, Kevin, you're staying there waiting for the clothes. Mal's sitting there with you. You are babysitting, essentially, at this point.
I'm
and-
debating should I try greater restoration on him. I'm debating.
Well, that's fair. Taro, what are you doing?
I'm gonna walk around and try to find Jaeger, I guess. I think she'll head towards the bathroom. And I go in there and be like, Jaeger, and no one's there. She's probably gonna go down the hallway of doom.
Okay. So we'll cut over to Jaeger. What are you
Hello.
doing? You're still, like, hanging on near the ceiling of this room, of this hallway.
Yes. The door closed, and he feels that this whole thing is fruitless, and that he is now shitting his pants because he might have made a terrible decision again.
So you're
But
just
it's
hanging
okay.
there. You're just sitting. You're just hanging up there.
You know, I'm just gonna make my way down and and go back, I guess.
As you get back down and you begin walking, you suddenly feel the earth around one of your feet close and
No.
hold you by the ankle.
Uh-oh.
And the door opens, and Morrow stands there. Your back is turned to him, so you turn around. And he just goes, I knew you were here from the beginning.
Yeah. I didn't really think this far ahead.
No, you really didn't. And I think it's at that moment, Taro, when you come down the hall and see Jaeger is like held by the ankle from some earthbending, and they're having a conversation with each other.
She's just gonna call out, Jaeger, the bathroom isn't down that way. It's over here. I found it this way.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on here?
I'll get over there as fast as I can.
He doesn't let go of the... How about you guys tell me what you're doing snooping around in my home?
Tell me, Jaeger. What are you doing snooping around in this man's home? Mr. Yamamoto's home.
I don't know. Usually it's my excuse whenever I say I'm getting back to business, I'm going back to training. And I always know a warrior when I see one. So I was hoping I could have gotten some insight on how you got so as big as I am. Kind of prepare for a fight a little bit.
Are you trying
was my bad.
Are you trying to deceive him, or
Are you asking as a DM?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, deception.
Okay. Roll a deception check.
That is 18 plus 6.
Okay. He didn't roll too well, so he just goes, "A warrior, you don't even stop to put clothes on. That's impressive."
Yeah, I fought a canyon spider completely in the nude. Trust me, you don't do that more than once.
I've done it a couple times.
So that's the secret.
You've been overcompensated.
What are you doing down here?
Looking for this unclothed gentleman.
And why do I feel like you look familiar?
I get that a lot.
And he just stands there. I feel like this is one of those, was it Mexican standoffs?
Yeah, there's like a tumbleweed blowing in the hallway.
How did that get in here?
How did that get in?
There's a
He's
draft
just watching it go from one door to the other.
Must be a draft.
Like panicked housewives are like closing the windows.
Yeah. One of the servants comes rushing out. Sorry, sir. It just keeps getting out of my hands. Then burn it. Yes, sir.
I can burn it for you.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
You're a firebender.
Yeah. And I can tell, shakes like a little bit, you're an earthbender.
Well,
Pretty smart to make the whole house out of earth. That's for sure.
I have a question for you.
Yeah? The flag I got from a friend. It's not really my clothes.
I don't care where you got the flag.
Okay.
Mind stepping into my office?
Sure.
He removes the earth from your ankle.
Thanks. And then I wait for his cue to go on into the office.
Mm-hmm.
I make eyes at Jaeger like, please don't get yourself killed.
And he shuts the door before he shuts the door, he's about to close it as Jaeger has stepped in, and he does as well. He looks at you, Taro, and just like gives that weird, that look that you give when you swear you've seen someone before but can't place it?
Mm-hmm.
He gives you that look as he's closing the door.
That went wonderfully.
You see inside here, Jaeger. It's a massive library. You've seen the library over at Kevin's place, but this is like the 2-story variant of that.
Oh.
Bookshelves line every wall, as you can see. The 2nd story has a balcony in the library, and there's an enormous chandelier that hangs in here. You see the only break of library books and bookshelves on one of the main walls is just this huge family portrait of an older earthbender gentleman that's still wearing the same clothes pretty much the same clothes that Morrow is in. But he seems to be a bigger guy. I don't want to say he looks like he's got weight in both muscle and fat, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like a sumo wrestler?
No.
Like Eddie Hart?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And you see, he is just sitting on the desk that's in this library, looking pensively in the distance, holding a glass of wine or something, or not wine, whiskey in his hand, just looking off in the distance. And Morrow steps in. There's a really big rug here that you can't tell what kind of animal it is, but you can tell that it's a pelt of some kind, but it's massive. And he steps in and goes over to the big desk, and there's a bunch of paperwork here. He turns around to you and says, "Now I know you're part of the White Lotus. Clearly you have a plan. You're heading to your headquarters. But there's something I need to know." And he kind of paces a little bit. "You helped save those that were a part of that serpent attack. I know White Lotus is all about gathering information. So I want to ask, what do you know from there? Did you pick up anything? Because I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm a warrior's heart too. And someone tried messing with my family. I have a problem with that."
Understandable. Okay. I'm about to do something bold. But, okay, back in character. Well, I appreciate you not immediately throwing me out of your house after I got too curious, so I will reward you with this. And I pull out the coin, and I tell him, I found this on a dead body once I got coughed out from the serpent. It's the only evidence I've gathered since then.
Do you mind if I see it?
Yeah. And I give him the coin.
He takes a look at it, and there's a brief pause when he's just analyzing it, looks at it front to back. Then he says, "This is the emblem of the Soshin clan. You've been having problems with us recently, trying to cut into our borders, weaken us. And what's really interesting," he places it down on his desk and moves some papers around before he grabs something off of it and hands it to you. And it's an identical coin.
Mm-hmm.
This was found off of the conductor.
Oh.
So you believe these guys might have had something to do with the serpent?
I think so. If you found this off of a dead body,
Yeah.
I don't see why the serpent would have killed them. Why would they have been on the serpent's pass, not on the tram? I can see him having broken the barrier. For one reason or another, the serpent wasn't happy, and the guy got swallowed.
Yeah, he was in there with me. Well, long before I was in there.
You see, there's supposed to be 2 conductors on these trams. There's a reason for that, not just out of safety, but because there's a contract with Shao Kai and the Yu Pen. One conductor's supposed to be theirs, and one is supposed to be ours.
So like a balance.
Exactly. There being only one, and not from either side, is alarming. And then he goes, 1 second. And he heads over to the door. Taro, are you standing at the door?
Oh, yeah.
He opens it.
Hello.
He moves to the side to let you in.
Oh, thank you.
And after that, he closes it, looks to the 2 of you, and says, I know you guys are a member of the White Lotus, but I can strike a deal with you. I can get you a clear pass through our borders. We stretch just up to the river near the mountains. It's an easy distance for you to travel, if you have our blessing. But in return, I'd like you to do a little mission for me.
Like what?
I want you to go find the Sotians.
Find them.
Where would they be at?
Northeast.
And then do
Somewhat
what?
in the direction you're trying to go for.
We'll have to swing this by Master Mao. We don't really
That-
have any authority to
That bumbling
make
drunk.
decisions. Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Wow. I like that thinking. Bring me their leader. I want to have a talk. They seem to have something out for my wife and my child, the heir to the Yamamoto clan. And I don't like that.
Are there not other heirs?
I had sisters once. I'll just leave it at that.
Fair.
And, Jaeger and Taro, where would you guys be standing?
I imagine a decent library has a fireplace where Jaeger is in front of.
Okay.
I am by a window, looking out onto the city.
Jaeger, you are by the fireplace. It's nearby the table. You take a glance over. Just an absent-minded glance.
Mm-hmm.
And you see Mordon's name with the Bossing Say symbol on the top of the letter.
Oh. Oh.
And from there, this chapter ends.
Stuff.
Ah.
Stuff.
Chapter steak.
Mordon is literally in Bossing Say.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to Book 2, Chapter 9, Roots of the Mountain. If you liked our show and would like to show us some support, feel free to drop by our Discord, We Roll Dice, where we also put every once in a while bloopers from the previous week's chapters, as well as where you can find the Elemancer classes. You can also always give us a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app, such as Spotify or Apple Podcast. And follow us on social medias at DicebendersDND. Thank you for listening, everybody, and subscribe for more shenanigans.
The tree from which we came from lay your bones where they meet. Your body's no more yours than mine. The mountain's roots lay deep. And if the mountain caves in your soul,
Valhalaru opens his eyes after having reached an old friend from the spirit world, his astral self reconnecting with his physical body. The cold bite of the air immediately returns to memory and skin as he can't help but shiver when Vana opens the door to his room, an offshoot of the main chamber at the South Pole White Lotus School, converted to a hospital of sorts. His room, unlike the chamber at Republic City, has been kept up by himself, clean and orderly with a hammock and a small table, though he still has a window peering out towards the spirit portal of the South Pole. Val puts on a smile as she walks in, wearing a thick White Lotus coat with bags under her eyes and a weaker smile than we've remembered her in the past to have, hair in a almost knotted mess, though you can tell she's been trying to keep it orderly. Hey Val, just thought I'd check in on you. You doing alright?
Oh yeah, for sure, just peachy and dandy,
he says as he grabs the bowl of spiderfly ice pops, not having the heart to tell her what's happening with Go or how much negative spirit energy he feels here at the school. She's had a hard time coping with the sick and juggling her responsibilities as second in command since schooling here has been at a pause for some time.
How's everyone out there? They don't seem all that good,
he asks casually as he begins sucking on one of the pops. Our doctors are doing everything they can, but without knowing the cause of the illness, we can only hold them where they're at for so long. It's better, though, that they're all here rather than the capital city. She seems ready to say something else, but can't bring herself to ask. Val sits patiently. Unlike his usual self, he's grown content with sitting in silence since his travel here with Vana just under 3 months ago. All in an attempt to be closer to the South Spirit Portal and away from the tensions of the mainland. In this distance from home, though, he's only struggled more with the sickening spirit energy floating off the patients outside his room, and his memories of his quirky general friend. Finally, he breaks the silence by saying,
Well, you didn't just come here to ask me how I'm doing, V. Tell me what you want. I am a busy frog, I will have you know.
She rubs her hands together out of nervousness before saying, the Grand Lotus has sent out a request for each school to bring a representative over to the headquarters, and,
Oh, that's neat. I guess that makes sense why your student and his friends have been making their way there.
Oh, you've been keeping track of them.
Yeah, you could say that.
Only reminding himself of the lies he had to give Taro recently, about his tracking them and his encounter with the Avatar he swore not to tell them. Have they been doing okay? Concern in her eyes for her student, her best friend's son.
Maybe. They are in the New Earth Kingdom at the moment. Not sure why they didn't get picked up to go to the headquarters. But what are you gonna do, you know?
She looks down and thinks to herself as he crunches on the insect he's finally reached.
Let me guess,
he says, waving the stick of the pop.
You're thinking about going, but you're worried Torque is going too.
As much as she wants to respond, she can't find the words to. Eventually, she brings herself up enough. You and I both know I'm not a good healer. We can't afford to let any of the doctors go, so I would be the best candidate. Val thinks for a second, smirking.
Sounds like you wanna go, V. Don't let that doofus Torque slow you down.
Have you been keeping track of him too? He laughs.
Of course. If anything, he's been heading the wrong direction. Last I tracked him, he was heading to Zaofu. Not sure what for, or if he's even been given permission, but maybe that'll give you the kick in the rear it sounds like you need to get moving,
he says with a wink.
Besides, this would be a great time to hop on one of the Airbender's bisons here to grab the kids on your way.
She gives a slightly stronger smile than before. That wouldn't be the smartest idea unless you are tagging along to keep track of them. Otherwise, we'd be flying all over the New Earth Kingdom looking for them.
Yeah, that's true. But alas, I must stay here in this freezing cold, away from the fun and adventures, to stay by the spirit portal.
She gives a soft smile, though a tinge of disappointment shows up on her face. Fair enough. Well, once I finish my shift here and speak with the Dean, I'll be back to say goodbye.
Looking forward to it,
He says, crunching down on another thawed bug. She gives a light bow before exiting the room, leaving Val in silence again. It's moments like this, in this silence, that he misses his rambunctious friend, but out of respect for Milo's wishes, he hasn't tracked him. Instead, he looks out the window, out towards the spirit portal in thought.